What's up, and welcome back to another episode of the Black Shirt Bourbon Society. Today we're going to Baltimore, Maryland for the Baltimore Spirits Companies. Let's do some drinking, y'all. So we made a trip to Baltimore, and actually this was on the tail end of our PA trip. We came back down south to visit a few distilleries, and we were really excited about this opportunity.
Yeah, so when we were booking and looking at our Pennsylvania trip, and we knew we were going to come back through Baltimore, we found the Baltimore Spirits Company, and they had this blend your own whiskey tour experience. And we were excited to be able to kind of get together and try this.
Yeah. So we had a great conversation with the staff. They walked us through the history of distilling in America, the rise and fall, and the resurgence of rye whiskey. This is actually the reason we went, because I was like, yes, rye whiskey.
The whole weekend was because of rye whiskey.
Hey, just to let you know, I am an only child, so I win. That's pretty much how I see it.
So after we had the really good in-depth tour of whiskey and rye whiskey in America, we got a behind-the-scenes tour of their production. They have geothermal cooled old-school pot distilling and their barrel warehouse.
Yeah, and they're also a bonded warehouse too, which was a super cool thing. So we got to taste 4 versions of their rye, their Epic Straight, and then with the Create Your Own blend, it was a 3-year rye, a finished in a tequila barrel, a Grand Marnier barrel, and a coffee Amaro barrel. Yeah. So how it all worked out was they bring you 4 little Glencairns, a glass of water, and then another Glencairn that's empty, so you can kind of do ratios back and forth. And then when you're done, you write it all down on a little piece of paper, give it to the tour guide, and then he brings you back your blend in your custom bottle.
So we got to use our little pipettes.
Yeah, we had pipettes. Yeah, it was very scientific, especially after having a couple. Oh, we had a cocktail too, which was really good. So we blended our own. But the cool thing is we blended our own and didn't tell each other. So this is the first time that each of us will be tasting each other's blend and really don't even know what you did. So it's gonna be pretty exciting. So we'll be right back, and we'll try these out. All right, so we're going to start with Chad's first, and I'm excited because our tastes do vary a little bit. We do normally have a pretty similar palate, but there's going to be a little bit of variation, so let's talk about it.
Yes, so this is going to be that 100 proof rye whiskey. It is a little bit on the darker side, so I'm going to go with maybe a burnished copper.
Yeah.
The legs, they're not real long, but they're not short either, so medium length on the legs.
Yeah.
So any thoughts?
There's a sweetness.
There is.
So I'm going to go right out and say there definitely has to be Grand Marnier in it.
Okay, we'll give you that.
Other than that, at the moment, I mean, I'm getting rye, of course, but I don't have to taste it.
A lot of that spiciness in the rye.
A lot of spiciness. So knowing the choices that I have to pick from, Grand Marnier is definitely one, but I'm going to say tequila.
So there is a little bit of an unfair advantage that you have because I don't like coffee either.
This is also very true. This is very true. But it has that tequila taste.
It does.
Yeah. It's subtle.
So definitely that sweetness with the Grand Marnier, the spiciness from the rye. You do get that hint of tequila. So when I tasted everything, I did taste the coffee as well. I actually went with a 50% Grand Marnier and a 50% tequila.
Okay. Definitely the Grand Marnier comes out way more prevalent than the tequila,
It does.
but I like the mix.
It has a pretty long finish and very much spiciness on that mouthfeel.
Yeah. Jimmy Russell, you better watch out. There might be a new blender in coming up here. Yeah.
So let's try yours.
All right.
See how I do.
We'll be right back. All right, so now it's my turn. So I'm going to go ahead and do the color. So it's definitely that burnished copper. I mean,
Yep.
they're all basically the same. So tell me what you think.
Okay. So, right on the nose, definitely the Grand Marnier.
Yep.
So, definitely going to give you the Grand Marnier on that. I think there's a little bit of coffee in there as well, but let me taste it and we'll. So not as spicy as mine,
No, not at all.
but there's definitely the Grand Marnier. There's definitely the coffee, and I'm wondering if the coffee tones down that spiciness. I don't get any of the tequila at all. I'm just wondering if you went with a 50-50 coffee Marnier, or if you added and went with like a third of the rye, coffee, and Grand Marnier. I kind of think that like there might be maybe a little bit more coffee than Grand Marnier just because it toned it down a little bit.
So it's 50-50.
Really?
It's 50-50.
Okay.
Yeah, so that coffee Amaro must have just mellowed it just enough.
It does.
Yeah. Either that or the tequila enhances your spiciness.
Yeah, because there's definitely a lot more spiciness in mine.
Yeah.
Definitely get that spiciness. Definitely get the coffee tones. Richness. But it is a lot toned down.
Mm-hmm.
Which is very interesting.
Yeah.
Wasn't expecting that.
No. Yeah, it was definitely a unique experience when I was blending. And I liked it. Yeah. I mean, this was super cool. I think it really does engage you with your tour. It's not just here's what we make, watch the process, go have a cocktail, enjoy your tasting, but to be part of the actual blending experience. I think more distilleries should do this, and I know that there's a ton down in Kentucky.
We did one in
that do this.
Bardstown.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so I think it's a great experience. You know, as Epoch's ryes continue to age, I think it would be even better to be able to do it again with maybe a few different options as well.
Yeah. Yeah, because of course we are starting with a 3-year product.
Yeah.
And we've talked about this before too, that I think that rye should be at least a 6-year-old, distillate before you are drinking it. So 3 is very, very young, and 3 more years from now we should redo this and see how the 6-year compares.
Oh, this is good. I think you'll see at the 6 years it'll be so much better.
Agreed. All right, if you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Until next time, this is the Black Shirt Bourbon Society. Drink well, y'all.